Hi everyone, my name is Tanya Silveira, and it is an honour to be virtually gathered here with you all today. I would like to begin by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which many of you are gathered, the Wadi Wadi people of the Dharawal Nation. I would also like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land in which I am based upon today, the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation. I would like to pay my respects to their elders past and present, acknowledging that the sovereignty of these lands were never ceded. I would also like to pay my respects to any First Nations people who are joining today. About 32 years ago, my parents made the challenging decision to move halfway across the world to seek opportunity for their future family. And as the first of my entire family to be born in this country, I am forever grateful to the traditional custodians. And I proudly identify as an Australian of Indian origin. When learning that I was to be this year's Australia Day Council Ambassador for the Kiama Municipal Council, I spent a lot of time reflecting upon my own unique identity and what it means for me to be Australian. Ever since I can remember, my parents have encouraged my siblings and I to deeply consider how we can give back to the community. And so I've now realized that this, in combination with the challenges faced by my family and I as migrants, have been instrumental to my passion for giving back to the community and thus advocating for those who have experienced adversity. The circumstances of the past few years have been challenging, to say the least. From the horrific Australian bushfires to the continued COVID-19 pandemic and to the reignited movement towards equality, the world continues to pause and reflect and consider how we can come together to unify with one another to not only combat these challenges, but to also consider how we can more deeply learn from one another in the process. And so over the past few years, I have tried my best to come back to gratitude, especially from the perspective of my health and ability to access medical care. However, for me, practicing gratitude during these relentless times has also felt really hard, especially when I acknowledge the many systemic inequalities in our world and in our communities. Through my own volunteer-based work and research, I've spent a lot of time over the years trying to combat these systemic issues and have found it to be both exhausting and rejuvenating. Exhausting from the perspective of the mental toll that this type of emotional work leaves, but also rejuvenating from the perspective of actually feeling the little shifts of change within these systems. I also felt able to return to genuine gratitude on my multiple trips to Kiama and Gerringong over the past few years. The beautiful surrounds of Kiama have always had a positive impact on my mental health and in turn, my ability to continue on with my challenging advocacy work. On these visits, I felt as though I was able to recenter myself amongst the chaos of the world and continue on, continue to advocate for others and myself, drawing upon my unique identity as an Australian of Indian origin. And in doing so, continue to contribute my voice to the evolving story of Australia by considering how my lived experiences of adversity can help me better understand and advocate for others in the community. The story of Australia is all of us. And as we know, there are significant parts of this story that are painful and challenging. And it is through understanding and our acknowledgement and confrontation of these challenges that we as a community can strive toward change. As this year's ambassador, my role is to celebrate this wonderful community and specifically to honour those of you in the community who give back to the Kiama Municipal Council. Your contributions to this community have made it what it is today, a respectful and caring community. And so it is my great pleasure to speak with you all today and to honor and celebrate you. Thank you.